deadly weapon in his hand. Bryan Danielson getting a tremendous ovation from the PWG faithful here at the American Legion Hall in Reseda, California. You hear the welcome back chants. They've been waiting several months to see this guy back in this building, wrestling in this promotion, and it's a justification for a lot of people. And there's the bell.
Rick Knox, have you ever heard it louder in this building?
That was nuts right there. And I tell you, with the ties flying into the ring there, that was truly a great moment. And this is going to be about as hard-hitting a match as you're probably ever going to see anywhere. So I'm really looking forward to this.
Roddrick Strong wasting no time, getting in there, right in there with Bryan Danielson. A perfunctory shake of the hands. I mean, these two men, they respect each other immensely.
Oh, yeah.
But Roddrick Strong, you know, I think after Bryan Danielson left for greener pastures, I think Roddrick Strong kind of took up the mantle, unofficially at least, of best in the world.
I agree. He definitely stepped up his game with Bryan's departure, and now it's only natural for them to face off. Now, I'm sure you remember Excalibur several months back, I guess it was about a year ago, when these two guys teamed up and beat the living crap out of the Young Bucks. Even though they did not win the match, that beating is still emblazoned in everybody's mind.
It was an incredible beating, and now the fans predicting a bit of a beating for Roddrick Strong, but you know, I think Roddrick Strong, he's not like the Young Bucks. You know, I mean, Roddrick Strong hits just as hard, if not harder, than Bryan Danielson. And so I think if Danielson wants to, if Danielson wants to duke it out with Roddrick Strong, he's going to have to put in some work.
Well, I agree, and that's what's kind of unique about this matchup, because whether these guys pound away at each other, whether they grapple on the mat, or whether they exchange high-impact maneuvers, they're fairly evenly matched. I mean, maybe you might say Bryan Danielson's had a little bit more success on an international level and all that, but that's not shortchanging Roddrick by any means.
Roddrick Strong, of course, does not have the profile, the international profile of Bryan Danielson. Bryan Danielson, of course, numerous tours of Japan. I mean, he's wrestled all over the world in places you wouldn't even expect. I mean,
right.
In Ireland, in mainland Europe, all over Europe. I think.
And look at the neck and back muscles on Danielson, just
holding that bridge, and then look at that. Went for I mean, that would have been a grand slam.
Absolutely.
As Danielson, in his time after he left Pro Wrestling Guerrilla, before he was brought on full time by WWE, he had I think he had like 3 or 4 months where he was doing nothing but training, right, and nothing but preparing. And in that time, training at Extreme Couture, Randy Couture's gym in Las Vegas, Nevada. And Bryan Danielson, I mean, we have not seen him in an environment quite like this. WWE, not to disparage them. Oh, look at that, Roddrick Strong.
Start now.
Drawing the proverbial first blood. But, Roddrick Strong Bryan Danielson not quite as able to, I guess,
showcase his talent, basically. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, this is a very unique opportunity because, I mean, these fans, each and every one of these fans knows just how good Bryan Danielson is, knows that he has the reputation for being the best in the world. Yeah. But now he has a wealth of experience that he didn't have before. And look at this, just shot after shot into the face of Roddrick Strong. And have you ever seen Roddrick Strong go down in a corner like that?
I was just about to say, I don't think I've ever seen Roddrick cowering away in a corner. Never. So that goes to show you. But,
Roddrick Strong playing opossum.
Yeah, playing a little bit of the opossum there. And then look at him firing back on Bryan.
And now Danielson being beaten down by Roddrick Strong's Tony Roma, trying to restore order in this match. Roddrick Strong lifting Danielson up and out of the corner. Perfectly executed body slam, drops the full weight of his upper body across the chest of Danielson. And now instantly goes with the ground bear hug to prevent Danielson from catching his breath.
And look how Roddrick is putting all his weight and making Bryan, withstand the weight there. I mean, he got to his feet quickly, luckily for him. But
I mentioned it before when Roddrick Strong wrestled Davey Richards. Their matches were almost like contests to make each other get out of breath, to lose their wind.
Right.
And so Roddrick Strong, I mean, he is in the top tier of wrestlers in terms of cardiovascular conditioning. And Bryan Danielson, not used to wrestling long matches. Pro Wrestling Guerrilla definitely features, a longer form of professional wrestling than WWE typically does.
Sure.
And so, perhaps Danielson, he's just not accustomed. I don't want to cast aspersions on him or his training, but it could very well be that Roddrick Strong has more wind, has better conditioning than Bryan Danielson. Though I don't know. Roddrick digging deep.
Shades of Justin Roberts. Well,
pulling out a necktie.
You had mentioned it. Bryan Danielson basically sat around just training for about 3 months before appearing on WWE TV. There's no substitute for in-ring competition as far as your cardio training and all that. You can, do all the workouts, do all the running, all the jogging, but until you get in the ring and you're fighting someone for 20, 30 minutes, it's just not going to be there.
The fans now firing.
Wow.
Strong.
That's awesome.
Funny enough, Justin Roberts was fired from Pro Wrestling Guerrilla. I don't know why people don't remember that.
I remember.
The ironing is delicious.
It really is.
Now Roddrick Strong, famous for those chops to the corner, and Bryan Danielson, he's getting a reminder of just what it's like to be in the ring, to be across the ring from Roddrick Strong. Gets his boot up. Oh!
Wow.
Jumping knee attack.
That flying knee, I've seen it. Look at him huffing and puffing in the corner. The fans loving it. I've said it before, and I'll go ahead and say it again. If there's one wrestler out there I would not want to be in the ring against, it's probably Roddrick Strong. Not taking away anything from, wait a minute. Oh my God.
Roddrick Strong!
Oh my God. And I think every person in this building is on their feet.
Tony Roma, famous for his ribs and famous for Roddrick Strong, allowing Roddrick Strong to get choked up to death.
He is now.
Now Bryan Danielson.
And Bryan Danielson looking about as inquisical as we all were when he got fired.
Inquisical indeed.
I made it up.
Danielson up and over the top. Roddrick Strong heads to the ropes, ducks the line. Pump, boom, full head of steam, like dropping a hammer down on an anvil. The bottom of his elbow just collided with Roddrick Strong's face, and Strong on the outside.
The fans wisely all apart.
Roddrick Strong ducking out away. I think Roddrick Strong.
Watch out!
Oh! I think Roddrick trying to pull a small child in front of him, and Danielson just dove right through her and destroyed Roddrick and the child. So that's what you get for being ringside in a Pro Wrestling Guerrilla show.
One in the front row, you got it.
You pay $5 extra for your ticket, and you have a story, lady or girl. Missile drop kick. Just tremendous force pushing Roddrick Strong all the way to the far corner of the ring. Danielson gets up to his feet. Coming through.
Oh, my.
Running knee across the throat of Roddrick. 2. No, only a 2 count. Oh! He's got him locked up.
You know what he's softening him up for here? He's trying to lock in that calf mutilation, but Roddy powers up to his feet.
Should we rename it the tofu mutilation?
Yeah.
Probably Bryan Danielson is, of course, a vegan since the beginning of the year.
Whoa.
But Roddrick Strong does not care about Danielson's diet with that power slam.
Nice power slam, literally out of nowhere.
Roddrick Strong just showing, he deserves it just as much to be called the best in the world as Bryan Danielson does.
And I think he's got a little bit of chip on his shoulder. He wants to prove it.
And Roddrick Strong, he'd like nothing more than another shot at Davey Richards or Chris Hero, whoever leaves 7 tonight as the Pro Wrestling Guerrilla World Champion. Hook of the leg. Only a 2 count, says Tony Roma.
Bryan Danielson not really showing any any I guess ring rust. I mean, I don't know why he's really what he has been wrestling for a while. True. I mean, but his first match back in PWG, he's delivering. I mean, now look at this.
The stronghold, and he's got him deep.
I'm tapping out on the table here. Come on, let's
look at this. God, this is an obscene angle for Bryan Danielson's body to be bent at. This is shades of Bryan Danielson and Excalibur.
Oh, look at this.
Look at this.
Nice.
Reverses.
Wow.
Roddrick strong. Prawn hold.
Look at this.
Danielson reverses.
Uh-oh, here we go.
Roddy rolls him up. Danielson rolls him up. And look at this. Oklahoma roll.
And old Tony Rome is probably going to pass out in a sec.
Roddrick, though, not showing any loss of equilibrium as he rolls him through, but Danielson rolls through, and look at this. The knee bar applied. Roddrick very close to the ropes.
And he's lucky that he was in the proximity of that bottom rope, because you could tell instantly he was ready to go. That knee was ready to pop.
Very, very close to the ropes, but you know, I mean, the damage might have been done.
And there you just saw Danielson. He's just schooling at referee Tony Roma that he's got 5 to break that hold.
Roddrick strong, returning back up to a vertical base. Bryan Danielson waiting for him. Fires in that hard elbow shot.
Oh man, we can hear those hits, those shots landing back here.
Roddrick strong, that knife edge chop. Oh, he's staggered. He's got spaghetti legs.
Is he gonna be able to maintain? Oh my! And look at Danielson. His eyes are on fire. Isn't it amazing how sometimes chopping these dudes just ticks him off more? Oh, series of forearms. He hits the ropes.
Roddrick strong. He's got him up.
Crucifix pin.
1, 2. No, Roddrick kicks out, but right back into the. Oh no!
This is usually the beginning of the end.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16.
Roddrick desperately trying to block some of those elbows. I don't know if he did much good.
Ineffectual blocking by Roddrick strong, and now
There it is. Calculation.
center of the ring. Roddrick strong is in some deep water. Roddrick strong not giving up just yet.
Tony Rome is in perfect.
And Roddrick makes his way over to the rope. And even though Roddrick's got his foot on the ropes, I mean, there is all that pressure of Danielson's upper body lifting Roddrick's shoulders and back up while pressing his neck down. Such tremendous force.
It really is. And you saw, Danielson just kind of getting up to his knees there, feeling his chest. Fans chanting, "This is awesome. This is one of the premier matches they came to see."
And now Roddrick gets his boot up. Danielson walks into it. Enziguri. Danielson now on spaghetti legs. No, discus elbow. Rolls through. Roddrick strong.
Sick kick.
1, 2. No.
Wow. Very close. Danielson's return was almost unceremoniously over right there.
Just went over him like a steamroller. And now the gut buster.
It looked like he got him in the face with that one.
Oh, he's got him up Argentina backbreaker style. Oh! Danielson, his full weight came down across the outstretched knees of Roddrick Strong. Roddrick Strong pulls out a move.
Drive. Oh!
Oh, look at that! Reverses him. Triangle.
I did not see that one coming. I've seen that sequence many times from Roddrick in the
triangle.
Yeah,
Oh, look at this.
That's gotta be it. That's it.
That is it. Ladies and gentlemen, Bryan Danielson forcing Roddrick Strong to submit and hit Pro Wrestling Guerrilla return.
challenge. I'm a PG wrestler. You guys got it all wrong. I'm here for the kids, man. I'm here for the See, I'm here because of kids like this, right? What about kids like this? How is it Shakira? I'm also kind of here for people who want to see other people get their heads kicked in. But seriously, I look around and I have never seen this building this packed before. I'm dead serious. When my music started playing, I couldn't hear anything. It might be because the sound sucks. But it's also because you guys are awesome. And I'll say it loud enough, and I'll say it back again. P.W.G. has some of the very best fans in the world. You know, it's funny because sometimes I get a little bit embarrassed about being a sports entertainer. But you guys make me proud to be a wrestler. So now, I'm done talking to them. There's 2 more awesome matches tonight. You guys have been great.